And it's a former NFL quarterback, a former Patriot. It's Jim Miller once again with us on the show. Jim, great to see you.
Good to be with you guys. Good to see you, Scott.
Yeah, buddy. You get to do this in person. I did. I was on with you guys, a month ago?
Yep.
I did it from my pool, in my pool.
You were in the pool.
I was actually
in the water.
I was staining. I was sealing the deck.
I wish I could have played here with Scott.
Coping
it would have been so much fun.
Oh yeah, we'd have been out of the league in three years. I don't know if we would have hit the point where 4 games into your 3 games into your 4th year. That's when you become vested. We would probably be unvested veterans.
So you can of course hear Jim on Sirius XM with Pat Kerwin, and you guys for years have been coming here and sitting down with Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
but Bill's not here this year to sit down with.
It was far different.
Was it
talking
weird?
to Gerard Mayo this morning. Yeah, 24 years. We've been coming here, and it's pretty interesting that Belichick and all he's accomplished, and still hard to believe it. It definitely is a lot different.
What do you see that's different? Is it talent?
Guys are doing backflips out of practice. I never saw that before. So is this a carnival show now,
to describe what Jim's talking about? We've got all 4 quarterbacks on the roster throwing into the net, doing footwork and throwing into the net. And when Joe Milton put the ball into the net, the crowd cheered for that because there's so little to cheer for here at this camp. They cheered even louder when he did that and then did a backflip.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're at a point now where, that's what they talk about with good vibes. Mm-hmm. Like everybody, it's not a league that we were in.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah,
it's very different.
I mean, even just the feel, the drill work that Bill Belichick used to do, it was crisp. They'd go from, they're running from drill to drill, and it just has a different feel to it. First day in pads.
Do you think it's lollygagging or just more casual?
It's more casual.
Casual is a better word.
Yeah,
lollygagging is a bad word.
Yeah.
It has a slow feel to it, though, as they install and reboot the offense. Again, this is the 5th year in a row that the Patriots are, sort of rehauling and retooling an offense.
Well, even for me, the first day in pads, normally there's a lot of cheering. There's not even a lot of crowd here. There's not a lot of fans. I mean, first day in pads, it was always packed. And different feel.
The weather, and it's chilly today. This is the coldest day of summer. You came here on the coldest day of summer.
If you're a player, this is the perfect day to practice.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
The weather's incredible.
Do you? I have a question for you. Did you run a West Coast offense wherever you were?
Yeah, believe it or not. I didn't run one until we got to Chicago, and we lost Gary Croton mid-year, so we switched to a West Coast offense mid-year.
Oh,
mid-season.
Mid-season.
What were you? Were you in the Earhart offense, or was it the Ernie Zampese scout?
No, we were in a wide-open Gary Croton, bubble screens. That's all we ran. It was a wide-open razzle-dazzle offense of Gary Croton.
So the reason I ask you this, Greg Bedard wrote last week, and I think he actually talked to our afternoon show, and he said, I'm so used to these type practices that drag because he covered Mike McCarthy and he covered the Packers, that the West Coast offense, they don't really adjust. We're going to run the play, and it's going to look like crap, but we're going to keep running it until we get it right. Why is it that way with lack of adjustments? Does it help pace once you get into the game?
Yes. Well, this whole league has really fallen in love with Sean McVay, right? So if you look at that offense, it's being spread throughout the league, whether it's Seattle, whether down in Tampa, obviously, because they had a new coordinator in Liam Cohen. Dave Canellis goes from Tampa to Carolina. Because supposedly, what people, at least, here's what I hear around the league, Scott. It's likable, it's learnable, it's all the rage, and so that's why they like it, because it has all the answers. You're just going to go through your reads, a lot of over routes, Cooper Kupp, and all those guys.
Deep crossing.
Yeah,
right?
Puka and Nicole. Everything looks the same. Like the run play that comes off of it all looks the same in how they block, and so it's been all the rage in the NFL the last couple of years, and why all those coaches continue to get jobs around the league, and obviously with Alex Van Pelt being here, he was with obviously the coach in Cleveland, and it's got the same background. So I think Alex does a nice job. I've crossed paths with him numerous times, and I think he'll be the right guy to bring along Drake Maye.
Do you think there will be an adjustment period for him in being an every game play caller, which he hasn't really done a lot? Is there an amount of time that we will take for him to get settled in as a play caller?
I just think for this whole offense to settle in, because that's where it's lacking. The defense, it's a top 10 defense from a year ago. I think the defense should pick up right where it left off. But I think offensively it's going to take about 9 weeks. The offensive line's got to settle in. There's competition at receiver.
Week 9.
Yeah.
Told you guys.
There's, you got the issues at quarterback, and I like the running backs. Stevenson's a good running back, and, they need to get that up and running pretty quickly. But I think it's going to take a little time offensively.
I'm just so, last year was such a bad year. 4 wins, and, just the way it ended with Mac. And when you pick a guy third, I'm like, you play the guy.
Yeah.
And it's just because my expectations are, from a win total standpoint, are about the same whether you play him or not. So, if you're not going to be a contender, if you're not going to a Super Bowl, it's experienced by throwing him into the fire, so to speak. See if he can handle it. But I mean, are they worried about? He's so young, and he is a little raw. You see, he's an excitable guy. I don't know if you ever talked to him, but they just feel it's too much for him to handle right now.
Yeah, I just think for him, because it's so unsettled, whether it's the offensive line or the receivers. So let me give you an example, Scott. Look at what the Bears are doing with Caleb Williams. Right, they've insulated him. They traded for Keenan Allen. They got DJ Moore, Cole Kmet's a veteran. They're all veterans around the young quarterback. I still think some things need to be settled offensively, and probably why they're a little cautious throwing Drake Maye in there. But I'm with you. I think the kid can handle it.
What do you like about him? How does he do well?
I think he's sharp. I think he's got a good arm. He's got a ton of talent. He's got a big arm. He can move for a big guy.
Do you imagine Herbert? I start to see the similarities.
Yeah,
it's not all over the top. I didn't mean that by 6'5" guy, but yet they'll athletically sort of short start. But like Mahomes does it.
Yeah, he's a strapping lad. He's a good athlete, is what I've said about him. And I like the offense that he ran down at North Carolina because it was wide open. They ran like streak reads and stuff. So he's very comfortable. Pat and I had him calling plays. I think he's from the neck up. He's a very sharp guy. He's got great athleticism, strong arm. Like you said, he's got good whip, good velocity, and he can move for a big guy. But I would say he's a poor man's Herbert.
Okay. Yeah,
Herbert's a strapping dude.
Yeah.
That's not a bad comp.
No.
I mean, that's kind of, it's good.
Herbert 2.0.
I'll take that. Yeah. We're just so desperate for anything that's good.
Yes.
Well,
it's just...
Think about all those years with Brady. 4 quarterbacks played last year, right? 4 quarterbacks played here. I mean, it's just... think about when all the good quarterbacks, Dan Marino left Miami, now they finally have found an answer in Marino. Or when they left Marino, now they found an answer in Tua. Or Buffalo Bills, when Jim Kelly left, they finally found an answer in Josh Allen. I hope that's not the case here for the Patriots.
I don't know what their approach was last year, from the end of the season of year prior to all the way to the end of last year. Do you know they had 21 moves at the quarterback position? I'm talking about bringing third guys in,
transactions.
Matt Corral. This guy's out, this guy's in.
Yeah.
And then are you going to put Malik Cunningham, quarterback, and then he gets picked up by Baltimore. Now he's playing receiver again. It was a crazy year, Jim. It was a crazy year.
How many wins do you think this team has in it?
At the 6.
That's a high end, or
I think
what you'd guess?
I think it's the high end. I think it's a 6 to 8 win team, and it's going to be on defense. The offense will probably come on towards the end of the year. I said about week 9, I think it's going to take a long time to get that settled.
Boy, if they get to 8,
wow, that'd be impressive. I got them at 4, so 6 or 8.
It's different times.
All right, let's go.
I'm rooting for
him.
Yeah, I like the defense. I really do. I mean, what this defense did last year was miraculous when you think about it. For them to finish top 10, the amount of snaps that they logged. And I like John Bentley. I think Judon will be a player. I think they'll be good defensively. It's just offensively, it's hard for me to see this team lighting anybody up early because there's so many things that have to come together.
We lost Gonzalez and Judon in week 4 in Dallas last year, and that's when the defense came on at the end of the year without those guys.
Yeah,
so they should be that much
with Christian Barmore.
But now you lose Barmore. Now it's tough. Now you lose.
Well, him with the blood clots. I mean, this is kind of like a David Andrews thing. I mean, that was a breakout year for him last year for Barmore.
Oh yeah,
and that hurts.
That's why you get paid. Mm-hmm. Anything interesting come out of your Mayo sit down though? What'd you take away from it?
Well, I just think and Scott can probably touch on this too, style of coaching. There's been a certain style of coaching here for a long time. Now, is it a kinder, gentler? Because that's all I hear is, he's a player's coach. Hey, Gerard Mayo's going to have to yell and scream too now. I mean, when things aren't going right. And so he's going to have his certain style, and he's already basically expressed to Pat and I that I've gotten after these guys a little bit. He can yell and scream too, and he's got it a certain way he wants to look, but it's going to take some time for it to come together, because I think he's got a lot to. Let's face it, he's got a lot of on-the-job learning experience that he's got to do. Just because he was here under Bill, it doesn't mean everything's going to run smoothly.
So do you kiss your wife goodbye and say, hey, I'm not going to see you for a month because you guys are going to Buffalo after this? Pack one toothbrush, a couple pairs of shirts.
Yep.
Or shorts, yeah.
It's Groundhog Day every day. Every day.
And you ride with Pat in the car all the way to Buffalo. What do you guys talk about?
You guys drive to every stop?
Pat Kerwin.
No, we fly too, but we solve all the world's problems. We're just like you guys. We got all the answers.
Look at that deer over there. Yeah, look at that deer over there.
Wasn't there a year you guys were like trying to do the show like while moving? Like you were on, wasn't there?
No, the funniest one. We were in Baltimore. We pre-taped the end of the show, so we hopped on a bus to go to our rental car, and the guy was like, "I was just listening to you guys in my car. How are you here at the airport?"
That's good.
The magic of radio.
That's good. It's good.
All right, well, Jim, great to see you.
Jim, thanks, buddy.
Good to see you guys. Good luck.
Have a good trip to Buffalo.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean, are you guys looking for a long season? Like, what? If you got 6 wins or 4 wins,
I've got 4.
I think they're above 4.
Like, Zoe's afraid to put a number on it right now. He just doesn't want to admit to himself that it's not good.
It's not disrespect to like Jacoby Brissett. I like Brissett. He's a good guy.
You guys can give me, what is the perception of the fan base?
That they're like a 6-win team, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not under any delusions of grandeur.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
I would say maybe fans would think
No,
5.
they've been beaten down for
5.
years now. They're in a low place.
2 years? It only took 2 years?
Well, I mean, there was the Cam Newton year, and then there was the high of 2021 with Mac Jones, and then it fell apart with the Patricia Judge fiasco.
That was crazy.
Right? So that happened, and we've, not seen this offense recover yet.
Yeah.
And so until it does, we wait.
Yeah.
And we wait.
And it could be a wait.
I mean, they just fired Bill Belichick, right? I mean, I think you got to realize where you're at.
Yeah, it's going to be a long year.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate the time. Jim Miller,
Have fun talking to Josh Allen.
That's where you can find him.
Yeah, he's going to talk to Josh Allen.
He's going to continue his training camp tour.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.